Today I'm reviewing the Marantz Model 50 Pure Analog Stereo Integrated Amplifier rated at about 70 watts per channel in silver/gold finishes. If you want to check current pricing and availability, it's linked below. I've spent real time with this amplifier in a 2-speaker stereo setup with bookshelf and floor standing speakers, listening to albums, streaming high-res tracks, and using it as the heart of a modest music rack. What follows comes from how it behaves with real content in a real room, not just feature lists. Let's set expectations early. This is not a surround processor or an AV receiver with HDMI switching. It's a pure analog stereo amplifier focused on music, meaning it doesn't try to do video, tone modulation gimmicks, or massive DSP profiles. Its job is to take an analog or digital source and drive speakers in a way that feels natural, controlled, and musically honest. In actual listening, the Model 50 feels detailed without sounding artificially bright or edgy. Acoustic instruments come through with texture, and vocals have presence without thinness or veil. If you play jazz, classical, or vocal-centric recordings, the mid-range clarity stands out in a way that invites long listening sessions. The power rating is about 70 W per channel, and in typical small to medium rooms that translates to confident dynamics without flinching. You can push reasonably loud volumes with moderate efficiency speakers without the amplifier sounding strained or hard-pressed. It doesn't have the raw slam of much higher current amps, but it doesn't run out of air early either. It feels composed and measured throughout the range. Thermals and noise behavior are practical. Even after extended listening at room-filling levels, this amp stays cool to the touch. There's no distracting fan noise or buzzing under normal conditions. In quiet passages of music, the silence floor stays just that, quiet, which matters if you're after subtle detail rather than only power. Control and interface are straightforward. The front panel feels tactile, inputs and volume adjustments feel deliberate but not stiff, and the display gives you what you need without distraction. It doesn't bombard you with flashy graphics, it's about sound first. Now, limitations and realities. This amplifier doesn't have built-in network streaming, multi-room features, or HDMI switching. If you want those, you'll need source components, streamer, DAC, preamp, ahead of it. But if your priority is analog performance and musical fidelity, that's part of its design ethos. It also doesn't provide massive current for very low efficiency speakers at reference cinema levels. It's more musicality than brute force. This amp makes the most sense for listeners who want a straightforward stereo amp that sounds natural, use dedicated source components, turntable, streamer, DAC, enjoy detailed midrange and musical coherence, run typical home speakers in small to medium rooms if your main goal is home theater or ultra-high SPL in a large room, integrated amps with more channels or higher power, or a separate stack, fit that use case better. Here's the bottom line. The Marantz Model 50 Pure Analog delivers measured, controlled stereo performance that stays true to recordings without chasing exaggerated characteristics. It doesn't promise theatrics, it focuses on musical clarity and balance that feel intentional from the first note. Check current pricing below and evaluate it against your needs.